All right, guys, Shotty T here. It's the sweet smell of gunpowder. So we are getting ready for server war. So I did a great video last night. If you haven't checked it out, obviously the war has started now. But there's one more Warzone duel next week. So to get, if you're on the attack, the way you go to the opposing server is to, of course, someone can share the coordinates in the chat, but or you can just go to here, click on Capital War, and click on Go. So we're gonna go ahead and place ourselves in the sand because it's 10 minutes before capital time. They do have one strong guy already in the sand, but this is a stark contrast to last week. Like by this time last week, the opposing server was already, they were already surrounding our capital, which is part of the reason why we lost. So it looks like the opposing server is not doing that. They got one strong guy there, but he is being distracted at the moment. And like I said, we're going to look to do our thing against this guy. All right, so we are following the game plan so far. We're getting these people in here. Let's see, let's share this. What is going on? Okay, there we go. I have to remind myself with all this activity, it does cause lag, especially when I'm recording. Hopefully we don't get too, we got our strong guy in there and somebody just gave me a medical buff to increase my hospital capacity. Also, I went ahead and overloaded stamina. So, because obviously if you're going to be doing a lot of fighting, you're going to be using a lot of stamina at a fast rate. So the worst thing you can do during the heat of battle is to be reloading stamina while someone, and when you're losing precious seconds. So obviously we're just trying to do that there. And let's go ahead and put this person's, oh, they're not in our alliance. You can't put somebody else's fire out if they're not in your alliance, unfortunately. So we'll go ahead and just get ready for this. Who is this? All right, so because I pre-scouted some of these people to see who they are. So that way, if they're marching towards me, I know if I'm stronger than them or not. So this particular person, I tried my best to write down all these little hieroglyphics. I know that's not the right word, but just joking around. So that person has an 8.15 air. This person, that's the strongest guy in the server, so just keep an eye on him. Nothing I can do about that person. Joe Juby, 8.49 missile there. That person I'm not worried about. Not worried about that person. So only the strongest of their strong is in here so far. But since this person I'm not worried about, let's go ahead and get this person off the map. Why not? Actually, let's do this. Let's do a discreet march. Let's do a discreet march. We'll peel off at the last minute. Let's see. Let's get some early kills in. I'm not getting credit for this, but we're just softening them up. That's all. Just softening up their troops. That's all we're doing there. Just softening up their troops a little bit. Like I said, don't be afraid to be zeroed. That's totally fine. And we barely lost troops in that exchange. So that is a win. And the war hasn't even started yet. And we've softened them up pretty good. So we're just gonna, we'll go ahead and go back home. We got 50 seconds towards cooldown, so we'll get back in there. Just gonna make sure that I regroup some stuff. So anytime that you're zero, regroup before you go back in. Make sure your troops are good. If you need to retrain, obviously if you have to heal troops, make sure they're healed. Make sure that your fire is put out, or you can put it out yourself, however you want to do it. But I got 20 seconds. So this is a prime example to show you guys, if you're on the attack, if you get ported out, especially if you got just enough time in the cooldown, just wait it out. That way you can save a manual transport. Because right now we're not in the heat of battle. Now, obviously, if we're in the heat of battle, I'm probably more likely to just go back in there without waiting on the cooldown. But I'm going to go back home, place my base here, and then we're just going to get back in there, save a transport, right? So go back here, Capital War. Hopefully an engineer reserved my spot that I lost. Well, another alliance member did get that spot reserved, so that's cool. Yeah, so we'll just replace ourselves here. No big deal. Okay, looks like all the stronger people on the opposite side of the cannon. Anyway, all right. So we got less than 4 minutes left before the war starts. And let's see if we can pick off some folks that are boobies. Let's pick off some people that are digging, because any troops killed is a plus. Actually, let me see how strong this person is. I don't want to send my A squad off the wall for no reason. Let's see. Let's just scout. See what you're looking like. Well, it doesn't really give any detail, unfortunately, on the attack level. But I didn't see this person. He is a tank, so I can keep it simple by sending my air and just knock them off, guaranteed. Plus, if the war is not started yet, you still got pretty good march speed in here. But once the war starts, that's when the march speed goes like into quicksand mode. So before the war starts, a good time to get your fast movement in. All right, so we'll go ahead and return back to base. A little quick strike attack. See what this person is. He's not on my top list, so I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this guy out. Actually, let me make sure my troops are back at their base. I don't think they healed all the way. Yep, they're not healed all the way. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. And actually, I'm gonna wait till the war starts before I activate. Yeah, somebody else taking care of him, so we're good. Like, if you're too far away from someone, you don't want to go out of the way. Like, you want to hopefully rely on your teammates to get someone that's farther away. You don't want to go gadget attack. Ideally, attack people that's within your perimeter area. Let's go ahead and also place one of these flags. I was going to wait until the war starts to do that. Oh, yeah, let's get this guy. He's in our perimeter. Okay, that's how we do it. Okay, so I'm going to wait until the war starts before I actually do that. So he's sending his air, Kyo. That's his second squad. Like I said, I don't know how strong his second squad is. So we just have to see what that looks like. Matter of fact, I could. So he's just attacking one person at a time. So I'm not sure what that's all about. Model Yoon, I think I wrote that person down. Yeah, he has a 8.86 air, so that don't let that power level fool you. So if his air is off the wall though, he's weak. Yep, he got teleported. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and place this flag now. Let's go ahead and get that flag in order. Get some extra attack. And I think we're gonna send our second squad towards the capital. and then we are going to get ready to get into action. And it's about to get laggy, guys. So like I said, if I have to edit stuff out, I will. Because if it gets too laggy, I might have to just stop the recording because I don't want that to affect my ability to do what I'm doing. All right, so we are getting started. All right. So we'll go ahead and send that there. And go ahead and send our third squad at this cannon. And remember, anything that's red is your enemy. If it's white, that's another alliance server member. That's a friendly. Of course, green is yourself. And is this a person I'm worried about? Nope. So let's go ahead and get this person off the map. Let's see. And let's scout ahead of time. Oh, they're sending multiple squads. That's like the Cardinal sin. But that's fine. We'll go ahead and get this person off the map. All right. And we got another person that just ported in. Let's get this person here. There we go. Just always zoom out to see what the red is. All right, so they're capturing the capital right now. I wonder if he has his strong squad there. Let's be a nuisance. Let's be a nuisance. Because obviously this is the ball. So if he's focusing on the ball, that means his base is probably compromised. So we're going to see what his base looking like. I don't know what squad is on this wall right now, but we're about to find out. We are about to find out. But even if you make your opponent's screen flash red, it puts them on defense mode. So that means they're not focusing on the ball. So let's see. Let's see what the outcome is. I'm going to look at the battle report regardless, win or lose. If I win, obviously we're going to keep going. Okay, so he has his top squad on the wall, which is fine. Yep, he has his missile on the wall. Okay, so that's good to know. Good to know. Sometimes it's worth that little tester attack. And let's see who we got over here. I think I did write this person down. He has an 8.5 tank. So actually my class advantage should be able to handle that person. So let's go ahead and attack this guy. This is an opportunity to get a good amount of troops killed. And we're going to resend our squad over here. Okay, resend that squad there. Okay, so this guy's over here. And of course, not worried about that person. All right, so he had his top squad on the wall, got one attack in. That's fine. Let's go ahead and see if he has any squads on the wall. And the only reason why I got my fourth squad with that type of setup, because I want to try to maximize the troops that I have available for my 3 squads. I don't want to send that squad away and have less troops to work with, you know. So it is a tactic to this. And plus I can be a nuisance with that one-man march at times. All right, so you always want to heal, especially if you're in an active alliance. You can get your troops healed to 100% pretty quickly. So you want to take advantage of that, of course. All right, who is this guy? Not worried about that. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and get this person down first before we attack that person. Prioritize the attack. Get this person off the map. Don't let him be a nuisance. Get him down first. Okay, why is this thing? This thing is laggy, very laggy right now. Okay, All right, so I got him down, and let's go ahead and finish him off. Why not? There we go. Teamwork got that guy down. All right, let's resend this squad here. Resend that squad to that missile, and we'll send this squad to the cannon. How many people do we have reinforcing the missile actually? Oh, they just recaptured it. All right. How many people do we have here? Cause depending on how many people are here, I might do a little blast off of just one squad, and this is air squad. Okay. All right. That should get taken off pretty easily by someone else. All right, I'm gonna send my air squad here just to kind of run some interference on this capital. Let's take over that, and we'll use our secondary squad for now to attack. We're not gonna go out of our way to attack that because that's a decoy distraction, right? So this person here, you gotta see where I am. Yeah, sometimes you can lose track of where you are. All right, we're gonna keep hitting that help button. Keep hitting that heal button. Help your alliance members out. Yes, I know I'm in contest. Now this graphic needs to go away. I know I'm in contest, okay? All right. I know I am in contest. Okay. Okay, all right, there I am. Like I said, it's kind of hard to see where you are sometimes. Okay, so let's send this squad here. Why not? I think he had an air there. He had an air squad there, so I'll send my missile towards that for the better class advantage. Got to get this guy taken out somehow, though. Actually, let's get this person taken out. Yeah, my air squad just sent a whole bunch of people away, so we got the capital taken over currently. And my top squad doing some work. We barely dented that defense there. Let's see. Let's take this guy out. Let's share this person's coordinates. Okay, he got reinforced. Let's look at that attack log. Oh, that was the castle. So he had 2 squads on the wall. That's all that was. Actually, I can do some damage then if that's the case. I can do some damage. Let's see. All right, let's hospital was getting kind of critically full there. All right, we're not gonna, like I said, we're gonna get rid of the nuisance. Get rid of the nuisance. If there's starting to be an issue to people that are helping out, get rid of them. Waiting for my top squad to get back. Let's send this squad back. Let's send this squad to the cannon while we're waiting. Because I really want to. Oh, somebody took them out. I was gonna say let's bulldoze that. So you guys see this icon here, that bulldoze icon? That's what I mean by that. All right. All right, let's get that done there. Okay. All right. All right, so let's see. Let's send this air squad over here. Let's send that squad there. And I just want to keep him honest. Let's see who he has on his wall. Let's do a wall. Let's do a wall check. Let's do a wall check there. Cause the cool thing about it, if I die, I'm not losing. I'm barely losing troops on that attack. Okay, that's fine. Let's get that cannon taken over. And let's let that squad sit there for a little bit. Force him to put some better reinforcements there. Oh, I gotta, actually, let me go ahead and do this because I don't want to have this be a problem. Let's go ahead and stock up on some iron and some bread so we don't have to worry about that being an issue when we're healing troops. Let's just overload on the bread. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see where do we go? Let's send this squad over here. Let's reinforce with that squad. The other squad is almost back. All right, we're getting some kills on that cannon there. All right, the other squad is almost back. Let's do a random wall check. Let's do a wall check on you, sir. Somebody will probably get to him before I do. Okay, that's fine. Let's send you back and go back home. Go back home. All right, so now our other squad, let's just send them. Well, we don't have to send them anywhere technically right now. All right, let's send them there. Do another wall check. Like I said, if they're fighting, they're not focusing on the ball. So that squad just got knocked off the wall. Okay, that attack failed miserably. All right, so we'll send that squad here. We'll send our missile squad. So just rotating my second and third squad at this capital. Whoever gets back first goes back in the action there. So the hospital is getting critically full there. Like I said, you don't want it to get too full. All right, let's we still got a minute left. Let's do a wall check for you. See what your wall looking like. All right, so our air squad got knocked off. Let's send them back. Matter of fact, let's go after this guy because this guy is one of their big players. So let's work on him a little bit. Oh, the nuisance did some work. Let's resend you over there. The nuisance did some work. Yeah, let's send that nuisance over there. All right, what was that battle report like? What was that battle report? Hey, I'll take that ratio every time. I don't mind killing more troops than he kills on mine. Cause like I said, I'm trying to get him out of commission. So that's gonna be our next focus here, is to work on this guy. All right, let's send another squad back at the capital. All right. Yeah, let's work on that guy right there. Because he's the only strong person in their alliance. I pre-scouted, so he has nobody in his alliance that can reinforce him. He's all alone. So if we can get this guy out of commission, that would be great. Okay. Ooh, that hospital got pretty full there. Okay. Again, we'll take this exchange because I know that he's using 2 squads to reinforce me against me. So we're just going to keep doing that. We're just going to keep doing that there. All right, going to heal these troops. And I don't know how many remaining troops I got, but let's, while this squad is marching, let's go home real quick and see what oh yeah, we still got pretty good drill grounds. We're still in good shape. We are still in good shape. So let's get back to the castle. So again, managing your troops wisely. Healing, actually, I do have some troops I can deploy back in the battle. Let's send these, empty that hospital emergency center. Get those troops in ready for battle. All right, let's resend another squad here. Again, if we can wear this person down, that is great. Okay, let's keep wearing them down. Let's keep wearing him down. Let's send another squad back here. Okay. Let's keep wearing him down. We got a victory. We drew some blood. I don't wanna press my luck, but that means he's getting weak. We wearing him down. Okay. Let's keep wearing them down, guys. Grind them down to the ground. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, his defenses are getting weaker. Can I get 2 attacks in? Yes, sir. Can I get a 3rd attack in? It looks possible. Let's do it. Let's keep going. Kamikaze mode. Okay. All right. We're getting more attacks in, so we are wearing him down. Wearing him down, guys. Okay. Oh, he must have put another round of squads on that wall. Let's send this squad here. Try to restore some order back on that cannon. All right, there it is. He's gone. All right. So now let's focus on the ball. Let's send our main squad over here. Because as fun as it is to knock folks out, they are taking control of the ball. So let's keep our let's send multiple squads there. And we'll send this squad. We're just gonna focus on the ball right now because we gotta restore order. Let's restore order at the ball. All right, let's see. Failure is okay as long as you're knocking people off the wall and softening them up. All right, who do we have over here? There we go. That helps soften them up. So we got a squad reinforcing that right now. So we'll let them reinforce. Let's see who's in our vicinity. Like I said, we don't see a lot of red. If this guy can somehow get ported out, that'll be awesome. But right now we just don't have anyone strong enough to take him out. It is what it is at this point. Okay. Okay. Yep, we are in contest. Yep. I don't know why that's there. Get rid of that graphic or put that somewhere else. Like if you're trying to help Alliance members heal and you got that icon there. Let's do a random wall check. Why not? Keep them honest. Keep them honest. Like if we can keep him in defense mode, that'll be great. So let's just send that unit there. And we'll just keep our eye on the ball with our main squad. But we got 30 people reinforcing. Let's just go ahead and heal that. Let's resend this top squad back there. So we gotta keep our eye on the ball. Let's see who we had on this wall there. All right, so he has this missile squad on the wall. All right, let's heal that team. And let's send this missile here since they took over. Just want to see what squads are on these walls. Joju B, he has his top squad there. This person has their top squad there. He has his top squad there, but nothing I can do about that squad. And then this person here, I don't recognize that name. Circle line. Yeah, I don't recognize that name. So it's the only reason why I'm doing this because obviously the people that are holding the wall are people that's putting their strongest squads on the wall that are over here. So if we can get these guys taken out while their top squads are away, then that can actually do some work. So we're going to send this squad here, and we're going to send our main squad to take out one of these guys that has their top squad. Because I think this was one of the guys, let me just look at my handwriting. It's not the greatest when I have to look at it here. I don't recognize that name. So let's get this person off. We don't need this person marching. We don't need that person marching towards the Capitol. All right, so let's take this person off. Actually, let's just do a squad check. Let's do a squad check. Let's do that. Okay, let's see. Okay, what else we got over here? He got back in there again. And it looks like he fully healed his troops on top of that. So obviously he's healing troops, training more troops, which is what you're supposed to do. I mean, if you got the speed ups, you use it, right? But in order for me to be more effective against those guys, I probably need to go over there because it's kind of a long march. Okay. All right, let's see what this attack does. Just want to see what squad he has on the wall. He has a 57.2 air as his second. Okay, so I can't really do anything with that. RNG can probably take him down at times. Let's just retrain. We're still in good health. Still in good troop health. Waiting for this spot to clear up. Just gonna jump in there, man. We gotta be a nuisance. Yeah, let's cause some havoc over here. That's fine. Let's go home. Let's analyze our troop count. Let's heal a little bit. Let's put our own fire out. Troops are still pretty healthy, but let's top them off just a little bit because we're about to go a little more aggressive. So let's if it's available to use, now we'll just use it this old school way. All right, let's re-top off this drill grounds real quick because we're about to go into battle mode. Okay. All right, let's get back in the action. Don't see any way to get in there right now. Let's just yeah, I can't really do anything right now. Don't want to expose myself marching too far. But let's go right here. Oh, somebody else just went there. Okay. We need some engineers to clear some stuff out. That'll work. All right, let's see. Let's send our single man squad there. Let's let this squad do something more important. That's fine. We're about to get teleported. All right. Now, the cooldown is 3 minutes, so I have to use one of my manuals to get right back in there. Okay. Where can we get to now? Ooh, good spot. Like I said, I don't mind getting in the middle of the action. Like I said, we got to pick these guys off. It got to be a disruptor. They're sending all their top squads there too. Yeah, that's being a disruptor right there. That's how you be a disruptor right there, baby. That's how you be a disruptor. This is being a disruptor here. There we go. We got to have an engineer take that spot back over. He just was allowed to go right back in that spot. That's unfortunate. Okay, so he put his top squad back on the wall. Hey, I took his eye off the ball. That was the whole purpose. Take their eye off the ball. My troops are actually. I know what I'm gonna do with these troops. I'm not even gonna use the heal button. Okay, let's yeah. All right, we did some work there. We're not gonna use that. Let's use this mastery here to save up on some healing speed ups. Let's go that. Use that. Put 5,000 back in the action. Then we'll heal. And then let's retrain some troops. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And we got 7-second cooldown, so we can actually go back home, save a manual transport, and then get right back in the action. Be a distraction, be a nuisance, be a decoy. I'm not a decoy yet. I got plenty of troops. I'm not worried about decoy mode at the moment. I'm just trying to make sure these guys are not just attacking our capital without any distractions. Let's get back there. See if I can take over that spot. He just, nope, didn't mean to do that. Nope, go back, go back, go back, go back. All right, let me do this first of all. This is kind of getting annoying here. All right, okay. I made that guy move. I was trying to get his spot. Let's see. Yeah, he took it back. Darn. I was trying to take his spot back. If he teleports this time, definitely. Okay, cool. We got him. We got him taken care of. Like I said, he's not really killing my troops, so we're just trying to get this prime spot here. If I can get that prime spot next, that'll be great. That's all I want to do is just unlock that spot. All right, so let's see if it's there to take over. Yeah, we got an engineer. Perfect. We got an engineer reserving that spot. Now we're gonna outsmart this guy because I'm gonna make him send this missile squad at me. I'm not gonna let you keep hitting me with your main anymore. All right. All right, let's reassess our troop counts. I know we lost quite a bit there during that battle. So we was trying to accomplish something. Let's finish that here. I was like, where's the fighting? Okay. Wearing them down. We wearing them down. Why is he running? Is his troops low? So this was one of the key turning points in the war. I was trying to clear everything around me so that way I can focus on their top guy in the server, because what was happening is that he was sending his top squad at the Capitol, and it's hard to take his squad off the wall. So the philosophy is when their top squad is off the wall, attack their base. So that way you can either distract them, which my goal was, and that way they can take their troops. They can just use their top squad for defense purpose instead of on offense. So as you can see, my main squad was actually doing some work to his other three squads. So obviously he's a more top heavy guy. So that's the philosophy that you want to do. So I used this pretty much to distract him the whole time. And from that point moving forward, he shifted his focus to where he wasn't using his top squad at the Capitol anymore. And that made it to where we had a chance to win this war. So at this stage, we actually had some outside servers come help. And actually, it was Alliance, ironically, it used to be a part of our server. So we withstood the onslaught long enough to where their war finished, and then they had some people come in to help. And some of them, of course, they were actually stronger than what they had. So that actually did go a long way towards us winning the war. Whether or not we would, if we would have won with without their help, is to be determined. But obviously, it did become one of the factors as well. But also, just distracting their main guy from the ball was another key factor. But this, like I said, these were like the main turning points of the war. Because this war, as you can see in this video, is almost an hour long. So this war did take some time. All right, guys, we are back in the action. It's obviously been a lot of action, but we have finally taken the momentum. We wore them down. As you can see, the map is now mostly blue. We actually had a little outside help from one of our former server members. Shout out to Fifth. I think we face them next week in server war. Actually, let's take a look at that real quick because we got this under control. Uh, did they win? Yeah, it's 284. I don't know if they won their battle or not, but yeah, we got this under control. So we got 15 minutes left. I mean, they're still sending their strong squads there. They just sent me off the wall. So it's not over yet. Still got some people sending their strong squads there. But again, we're getting some outside help, but good to have allies outside your server, right? But we were starting to gain some momentum before that, because even before they arrived, it was hardly any red in here. The only people that were still red were their strong people, and their strongest guy, I actually cracked his armor. There was a specific attack that I was pretty happy about. Where is it? Let's see. His name was Bean. I don't know if I can find it here because I've been doing a lot of attack. Yeah, this particular attack right here, this is the strongest guy in the server. I took 3 squads off. So he had his main squad going towards the Capitol because that's what they were doing. They were putting their strongest squad on the Capitol. And I said, okay, you got your strong squad going towards the Capitol. I'm going to cut your legs out from underneath you. And that's exactly what I was able to do to wear him down and to be a nuisance, like I talked about. And what that did, it caused a distraction. Now he was sending his main squad at me and not here. And also we had other people coming at me, and I had plenty of troops. My troop count is still pretty high because I've been using a lot of healing speed ups, training speed ups, and I got plenty of speed ups still left. Looking at my inventory, well, I'm down to 22 days of speed ups. I started at like 110, so obviously I've used quite a bit of speed ups for this. So I'm going to go ahead and retrain those troops, but shouldn't have to worry about. I think we got the main stuff out the way. So of it's just a matter of holding on for the next 10 minutes, and we got this. We got this. We're using engineers greatly to reserve those spots for fellow Alliance members. So it is an Alliance reservation. It's not a server reservation when it comes to those engineers. So we're using those things very greatly. All right. We got other people in our server using it as well. I like it. So yeah, so let's just take a look at here. Yeah, we got 81 people reinforcing the castle as well. So I think the max you can have is 100. So it's going to take them a while to even retake over the capital. So again, it's 10 minutes left. Looking good. Probably not going to, let's see what our points are looking like, because I haven't even been paying attention to what my points are. Yeah, 17 million. They got one guy that had 117 million. Like, this is a very top heavy server. So shout out to Fam. Shout out to this guy. I mean, Fam, the Bean guy, that was the guy I was talking about. So all these guys are their top attackers, those top four guys. But we held our own, number 12. So, and let's see what our alliance look like. Yeah, we have pretty good alliance participation, 24 people out in the top 100. And of course, we had more than 24 people participate overall. So I like that. It's very, very promising. Like, we had a plan, because last week it was a general plan, but it wasn't specific. So specifics were put into place this time. And as you can see, 255 showed up. 255 showed up. I mean, the other alliance, they've retreated because we wore them down. So next week, we don't know what next week's going to bring, but it's good to get a server war. We were the underdogs in this entire bracket. So the fact that we got a single win out of all of this, it shows the testament to the numbers and the strength that we have as a server. So if we can get a guy like a Bean to come over, we'll be unstoppable. So like I said, it's 255 is where it's at. So come apply next off season and you'll see, because this server, pound for pound, is the best server on the game, in my opinion. So, yeah, we don't have the strongest people, but when we do, we'll be unstoppable. All right, so let's go. Let's go. Yeah, we're almost at full capacity. I think the more capacity, it actually cuts down the time that it takes even more if you can get at 100%. Yeah, because it looks like nothing but friendlies are going to that capital. I don't see nothing but friendly names. Yeah, all of these are friendly server names. I think okay, that's a hostile, but all the cannons are taken care of. I think, yeah, we got all the cannons. Our alliance is controlling 3 of the cannons. So yeah, we have to be the leaders of the server, but in order to lead by example, because other alliances in our server definitely showed up today. Because like I said, it's not just blue in here. You see a lot of white in here, and the white numbers were greater. A lot of these whites took some for the team. In here, yeah, there's some 255 folks that are turned into rubble, but they were willing to get in here and get dirty. And that's what I was talking about. It doesn't matter how strong or weak you are important. And we have a lot of people that did their thing to make sure that we ensured victory. So we are 6 minutes away, barring an epic collapse, which I don't see happening. We're going to take this victory, and hope you guys enjoyed that action. I'm going to do a lot of editing on this because this war definitely took longer than I thought. We had to grind these guys down greatly. Guys, I had to add this to the war footage. This is insane. This is server 263 versus 220. This war is still going on. I mean, this is like Whale Wars 2.0. I think he got the strongest person in the entire game in this fight. LBJ Justin, over 800 million power, but of course, his troop, no telling what his troop counts look like now. So it's probably much higher than that normally. But yeah, he has a $21 million heir, just crazy. But this is just crazy. This is like I mean, the fact that this war is still going on with all these participants is it's a lot of resources being used, whether it's speed ups, diamonds, or even money. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of money is being used in this war. This is what you call a battle royale, Royal Rumble. So, like I said, Justin is nobody's going after him because all three of his squads are strong. So it's like you can't even attack him when his first squad is away. So it's, yeah. So this is what it looks like ideally when you have good participation where it's just scattered out. But for it to last this long, it's pretty amazing. You got a lot of servers, alliances surrounding the capital. But again, it's all about, no matter if it's a whale war or even if it's a small war, you're gonna be more you'll be able to get more stuff done if you're in the sand. There are some decoys in here because I did see some lower powered folks in here. Let's just see if we can randomly find some. Yeah, there's a low powered person in there being just occupying space, being a decoy, being a nuisance. Look at that there. We got somebody with that type of power in there. Again, so this is a perfect example, no matter how strong or weak you are, get in the action, be a distraction, be a nuisance, help your server win. Looks like 263 is gonna finally pull this off because, like I said, they got the strongest guy in the game. So, but 220 showed up because I don't know who they got, but I'm pretty sure they got some strong people too. Matter of fact, let's take a quick look at their top end hero power. See who they got. So it was 21 and 16 and 220 and 263. So here you got an 18. So you got one guy that's not quite on the level of Justin, but it's a little bit of a drop off. So 220 showed that numbers can still prevail over power because I'm surprised they made it this close and they just took over the capital again. So it's still switching back and forth. This is crazy. I don't know. It can still go anyway. Still go either way. And I guess it doesn't have to be a 4 hour battle, but it's just going back and forth. I mean, this this is just totally, I'm speechless. Crazy. But anyway, guys, all right, you have a good day. Guys, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll talk to you later.